जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। श्री श्री राधा माधव अष्ट सखी वृंद श्रीमन महाप्रभु की जय। श्री श्री पंचतत्व की जय। श्री प्रह्लाद नरसिम्हदेव भगवान की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भागवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 19, Text 30. The name of the chapter is The Killing of Demon Hiranyaksha. Text 30. Devā ūcuḥ namo namaste akhila-yajña-tantave sthitau gṛhītāmala-sattva-mūrtaye diṣṭyā hato ayam jagatām aruntudas tvat-pāda-bhaktyā vayam nirvṛtāḥ devā ūcuḥ namo namaste akhila-yajña-tantave sthitau gṛhītāmala-sattva-mūrtaye diṣṭyā hato ayam jagatām aruntudas tvat-pāda-bhaktyā vayam nirvṛtāḥ devā ūcuḥ namo namaste akhila-yajña-tantave sthitau gṛhītāmala-sattva-mūrtaye diṣṭyā hato ayam jagatām aruntudas tvat-pāda-bhaktyā vayam nirvṛtāḥ. devāḥ, the demigods, ūcuḥ, said. Namaḥ, obeisances. Namaḥ, obeisances. Te, unto you. Akhila-yajña-tantave, the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Sthitau, for the purpose of maintaining. Gṛhīta, assumed. Amala, pure. Sattva, goodness. Mūrtaye, form. diṣṭyā, fortunately. Hataḥ, slain. Ayam, this. Jagatām, to the worlds. Aruntudaḥ, causing torment. Tvat-pāda, to your feet. Bhaktyā, with devotion. Vayam, we. Isha, O Lord. Nirvṛtāḥ, have attained happiness. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The demigods address the Lord. All obeisances unto you. You are the enjoyer of all sacrifices, and you have assumed the form of a boar in pure goodness for the purpose of maintaining the world. Fortunately for us, this demon, who was a torment to the world, has been slain by you, and we too, O Lord, are now at ease in devotion to your lotus feet. Purport. The material world consists of three modes: goodness, passion, and ignorance. But the spiritual world is pure goodness. It is said here that the form of the Lord is pure goodness, which means that it is not material. In the material world, there is no pure goodness. In the Bhagavatam, the stage of pure goodness is called Sattvam Vishuddham. Vishuddham means pure. In pure goodness, there is no contamination by the two inferior qualities, namely passion and ignorance. The form of the boar, therefore, in which the Lord appeared, is nothing of the material world. There are many other forms of the Lord, but none of them belong to the material qualities. Such forms are non-different from the Vishnu form, and Vishnu is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. The sacrifices which are recommended in the Vedas are meant to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In ignorance only, people try to satisfy many other agents, but the real purpose of life is to satisfy the Supreme Lord, Vishnu. All sacrifices are meant to please the Supreme Lord. The living entities who know this perfectly well are called demigods, godly or almost God. Since the living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, it is his duty to serve the Lord and please Him. The demigods are all attached to the personality of Godhead, and for their pleasure, the demon who was a source of trouble to the world was killed. Purified life is meant to please the Lord, and all sacrifices performed in purified life are called Krishna consciousness. This Krishna consciousness is developed by devotional service, as clearly mentioned here. Om ajñāna-timirandhasya jñānāñjana-śalākaya chakṣurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya manobhishtam sthapitam yena bhūtale svayam rūpa kada mahyam dadāti svapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So in Srimad Bhagavatam here we are at a very, very beautiful point. Hiranyaksha is dead. Was tormenting the entire universe. And the previous shlokas we heard how he had created this illusion of darkness and stones and problems. And then the Lord came with the Sudarshan Chakra and just completely destroyed the illusion. And it's like, oh my God, my all power, all my magic, all my tricks, everything is failed. And there is light again. It's like, okay, let me come in front of the Lord. So he appeared there. Oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to grab, embrace him and crush him. Anyway, he's just a dirty pig. He's a boar. Oh. Just crush him. He goes, tries to, grab the Lord, and the Lord is outside. He couldn't grab him. Frustration. And out of frustration, what does he start doing? What do we all do? He wants to hit the Lord. He wants to start punching the Lord. He's frustrated. And seeing the nature of all the demigods over there, the Lord, anyway, Hiranyaksha did appear to satisfy the desire of the Lord of fighting. Right? That was the original purpose of the birth of Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. They wanted to pleasure the Lord in the virya rasa, in the giving him the pleasure of fighting. So intense fight. And then finally, the Lord just gave him a slap. So till now, they fought with so many weapons, they fought with so many stones, nothing could destroy Hiranyaksha, and finally, he's dead. And when Lord Brahma came there, and with all the demigods, saying, oh, he still looks so effulgent. He's talking about Hiranyaksha. His body didn't lose the luster. Why? Great personality, powerful. Right? So now the demigods are like, thank you, my dear Lord. You have saved us. He was really tormenting us. Really tormenting means what? He took the entire earth planet and threw it in the Garbhodak ocean. Right? We are all under the, we are all flooded. We can't do much. So, the entire universal order is disturbed. Why? Because there is, the demigods, they survive by the yajñas that happen on the earth. Now the earth is not there. It's not in the solar planetary system. It's gone. So now what to do? You can imagine what kind of a demon he must have been. Bhagavatam says he took the earth planet as a ball. A small something, took it and hid it inside the Garbhodak ocean. So somewhere, God knows what the situation must have been. And then the Lord came, picked the earth up on his tusk. And then Hiranyaksha was saying, oh, you are a filthy, dirty animal. He was saying all those things. And when he is killed, the demigods are addressing them. It says, namo, namaste, twice. We are paying obeisances. Repetition means it's important. Yeah. So, namo, namaste. We are paying my obeisances. I pay my obeisances unto you. Who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices, and who have assumed the form of a boar in pure goodness. Right? When Krishna does something, he's so artistic. He comes out very, very, an amazing way. Why boar? Why he has to take that form? He came out as a boar. Why? Because the earth is down there in the Garbhodaka ocean. It's deep somewhere inside. So who goes there? In the mud and everything, who goes there? It's pigs. They're like, shoving through dirt and garbage. So the Lord appears as a boar. And where did he come out from? From the nostril of Lord Brahma. He was the size of a thumb. Like, a boar came running around and he slowly became a huge Varahadev. So he assumed the form of a boar in pure goodness for the purpose of maintaining the world. Fortunately, the demon is killed, and we are at ease that we can perform devotional service at your lotus feet easily. Right? Peacefully now we can perform bhajan. So till now, the Lord is so beautiful when he came out. You are in pure goodness. He is attractive to look at. Right? Says when Varahadev came out from the Garbhodaka ocean, the earth is already there. Now what he does, because he's in the form of a boar, he acts like the boar. So he's fully wet, he's drenched in the water of Garbhodaka ocean. So what does he do? Have you seen dogs when they are wet? They completely take all the water off. Only if you are a devotee will you be able to understand that he is Krishna. Right? Hiranyaksha, in the form of a demon, he knew that this is Lord Vishnu himself, but he is an enemy. Right? He's an enemy. So therefore, he's not feeling devoted to Varahadev. And when the demigods, they are seeing, oh, you are in pure goodness. What is that supposed to mean, pure goodness? It's difficult for many of us to understand. Why? Because we are goodness, passion and ignorance. And Srila Prabhupada says here that in the material world, there is no pure goodness. Difficult to understand something that we don't have an experience of. Right? What we can think of milk. Milk is nice, white, it's tasty, it's warm, it's healthy. That's goodness. Right? But it has some aspects of passion and ignorance. But what is pure goodness? That is only we are able to understand when we are Krishna conscious. Therefore, in the last it says, this Krishna consciousness is developed by devotional service. So we continue to perform devotional service very nicely, peacefully, strongly, with determination. Then we will be able to understand what is pure goodness. And be able to understand Krishna. Right? It's so beautiful to see, when the Lord comes out. One of the Shastras is mentioned that the Lord has appeared in every species of life. He's there, every species. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. And then he comes out as half man, half lion. There is a pastime where he appeared as a gigantic mosquito. Like a huge, humongous mosquito, and all the demigods, they became honeybees. and they went around doing parikrama to this huge big mosquito. Yeah. So the Lord has taken form in every species of life. The Lord appeared as monkey to cheat Narada Muni. You know that pastime? Narada Muni said, I want to see your Maya. What is Maya? I really want to know. He says, no, forget it, don't worry. No, I really want to know what is Maya. Some other time we'll show you. Okay, so he goes out. Then he sees this beautiful girl. Oh wow, she's beautiful. Right? And then gets attached to her. He's like, oh, I would like to marry you. Oh, you have to come in the Swayamvara. Okay. Then, okay, let me think. Goes to Vaikuntha. My dear Lord, I'm very, I fell in love with this girl. I really would like to marry her. And can I get your form? He says, sure. You just go to the Swayamvara and, you will get my form. So he goes there right in the very front seat. He's there. He says, let me have the form of Hari. Hari also means monkey. So he's there with a monkey face. And then, so this beautiful girl comes, doesn't even go in that line, goes to the opposite line. All that at the very end, there is Lord Vishnu sitting there, garlands him, gets married. It's like, Narada Muni is so angry. It's like, my dear Lord, why, what is this? And then somebody said, just look at your face, you have a monkey. Why would she marry you? I was like, what? And looks, oh yeah, I'm a monkey. Got so angry. Went up to Lord Vishnu, like, why did you do this with me? I was so much in love with her. Now, you got married to her. You cheated me. You backstabbed me. You made me look like a monkey. I curse you. Just like I am feeling separation from my wife, which she was not. You will also suffer the separation from your wife. Boom, everything disappeared. What happened? Says, you wanted to see my Maya? Oh my Lord, I'm so sorry. Oh, please forgive me. Says, no, you wanted to see my Maya. This is my Maya. Even a devotee like you can get engrossed in Maya. Mama Maya duratyaya, very difficult to overcome. Says, my dear Lord, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I cursed you. Don't worry. It will be part of my pastime. And Rama Leela, with separation from his wife. So, Krishna is like that, in the form of Maya. Very, very difficult to overcome. Very difficult to understand. But she is the one who is testing us. If we are capable of going out of this material world into the spiritual world and serve Krishna over there. That's her service. And she is very expert in doing that. So, unless and until we convince her that yes, I want to serve Krishna, and unless and until she is convinced, we are not going out of this material world. And the only way of doing that is by performance of devotional service. So the Lord appears in so many different forms, and He enacts like that. And He comes as Narasimhadev. He starts roaring. He's not speaking. He's roaring. He's jumping from one side to the another, killing everybody with his nails. There is a form, there is a form of Lord Narasimhadev called I think he's called Gandhabhirundha Narasimha, in which he has 32 million hands. 32 million hands, that's a lot. And what is he doing at that time with these 32 million hands? He's squashing all the entire Daitya army. Right? Hiranyakashipu, as long as he was alive, people were very happy. Don't worry, he will be able to take care. He said, Dalita Hiranyakashipu tanu bring. Dalita means like a wasp. Yeah. He was so small, so tiny in front of the Lord. He looked like a wasp in front of the Lord. He says sometimes somewhere it says he got stuck between his nails. And the Lord had to go wham! And then grab him. And when he was grabbed, Hiranyakashipu started hitting the Lord on his fist. And the Lord let him go. And all the demigods, they went, oh! There was an echo. Why? Such a powerful demon came out from the hands of Lord. He released himself. What kind of a powerful demon he is. And Hiranyakashipu is thinking, he's afraid of me, that's why he let me go. And then the Lord grabbed him, put him on his thighs and ripped him apart. Yeah. He's saying, look, everything is there. All your benedictions are in place and you are dead. Right? And after killing him, the entire army attacked Nrsimhadev. There were millions and millions of them attacked from all sides with all forms of weapons. And the Lord, He appeared with 32 million hands and just started squishing them. In Bhagavatam, there is a picture. Right? Nrsimhadev there with so many hands and He's squishing them all. Ganda Virunda Nrsimha. There is a pastime. It says, there was another very, very powerful associate of Hiranyakashipu. He said, oh, he's about to kill Hiranyakashipu. And he's a lion. Let me take the form of a Sharabha. Sharabha means he has a face of a lion. No, I think the entire body of a lion, wings of Garuda, trunk, and a trunk of Airavata. So very, a mixture. You have the lion, you have Garuda, you have Airavata. So very powerful, and it says it can eat lions. It's so powerful. So he took the form of Sharabha and attacked Nrsimhadev in one of the yugas. And Nrsimhadev was just about to kill Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu was already on his thigh and he attacked. So the Lord, immediately with other hands, He just grabbed him by the legs, placed him on top of Hiranyakashipu and ripped both of them apart at the same time. And then what happens? Prahlad Maharaj comes. And again, the Lord, in the mood of a simha, of a lion, He starts licking Prahlad Maharaj. Right? He's licking Prahlad Maharaj. And as much as he's licking, his anger is coming down, low, 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 low. And he becomes very, very pacified. So the different forms of the Lord, when He appears, they are so perfect. Even, who considers a pig? The Lord, You appeared as a pig? Right? It's so beautiful. He doesn't, for Him, Mamaivamsha Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. For Him it's not dirty. For us it is. For Krishna it's like, oh, that's my Amsha. One day he will also come back to me. He's always so blissful. He's always so caring, so giving. Ready to do anything to protect his devotees. Krishna says, I don't care for any vows. My devotees in problem, I will destroy all, even the vows that I have taken, I'll forget it. There's a picture, Bhishma, they were standing like that, with his bows and arrows down on the chariot, and Krishna is there with the wheel. And Prabhupada named that picture, Krishna pleases Bhishma. Right? Why? When Krishna took a vow, I am not going to pick up any weapons in this entire battlefield of Kurukshetra. And Bhishma Dev was like, oh really? I'll make sure you pick up your weapons. Right? So what is he doing? He's shooting arrows at Arjuna so hard that Arjuna is not able to, defend him. And Krishna thinks, if I don't intervene, Arjuna is going to be dead today. So he jumps down the chariot, picks up the broken wheel and starts charging at Bhishma Dev, and Bhishma Dev says, my vow is fulfilled. Come, kill me, finish me off. This is the moment that I've been waiting for. The best moment of his life. What? I made Krishna break his vow. So that people can see that Krishna doesn't care that he has to break his vow, so that he can protect and please his devotees. So with this pastime, what is he doing? He's doing two things. He's protecting Arjuna, and he's pleasing Bhishma Dev. How? By giving up his own vows. This is how much Krishna loves us. He doesn't care for his own words. If breaking my words is going to please my devotees, I'm ready to do that. He says, Bhoktaram yajña-tapasam. I had this realization as a student in Gurukul. It says, Bhoktaram yajña-tapasam. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Who am I? Right? Krishna says, Bhoktaram yajña-tapasam. I'm the enjoyer of all the sacrifices. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. I'm the controller. I'm the Lord of all the planets. Everything. And what do we all want? We want to control and we want to enjoy. How is that possible? Krishna answers, Suhridam sarva bhutanam. I'm well-wisher of every living entity. And it's because he's the well-wisher of every living entity, that's why he's Bhoktaram yajña-tapasam and Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Because Hiranyakashipu was also Bhoktaram yajña-tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwara. But he was not Suhridam sarva bhutanam. He had the entire universe controlled by him. He had changed the rule of the Vedas. If you are pious, if you're performing pious activity, you will go to hell. If you're performing impious activities, you will enjoy in heaven. He had made that possible. He did it. But he was not Suhridam sarva bhutanam. Therefore, he was destroyed. Right? So, if we want to control and enjoy, Suhridam sarva bhutanam is the key for it. Be the well-wisher of everybody underneath you. Right? And when we do that, easily, and that also with devotion unto Krishna, we can easily understand who Krishna is. What are his pastimes? Nama, guna, lila, rasa, everything we'll be able to understand. Right? So, the demigods over here have started praying that, my dear Lord, thank you for appearing in this form of boar and killing Hiranyakashipu. You are absolutely beautiful because you are in the form of pure goodness. You are the enjoyer of all sacrifices. And now, the most important thing, what is it? We are going to be peaceful in performing our devotional service at your lotus feet. Okay? So that doesn't mean that when there was trouble, they were not being devotional. They were, but now they will be peaceful at performing it. They don't have problems anymore. So all the problems are solved because of the devotional service. Now, since there are no problems, they will perform devotional service even better. So that's what we can learn. Always meditate on the Lord in every situation of our life, be it good, be it bad. When it's bad, you try your best. When it is good, you do even better. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If there is any comments or questions, we can take. Yes, Prabhuji.
Is there anything that's bad for devotees?
Is there anything that is bad for devotees? And devotee says, when you're not able to remember Krishna. But no.
Actually, that's even the bad, so-called bad, that's arranged by Krishna, ultimately for our liberation, for our going into pure Krishna.
Yes. Therefore, I guess, how to say, they say that vipralamba is better than sambhog. The separation is better than the union, because when you are separated from the Lord, you are more intensely thinking about Him. So therefore, Mahaprabhu says, vipralamba bhava is the topmost, because you are so deep. When Krishna is there right next to you, may take it for granted and forget Him. But when you are away, when He is away from you, then you are intensely praying for His association. So that's even better. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. A small clarification regarding the pastime which you have narrated, Lord in the form of monkey. When Narada Muni was in that mode of, that modes, so was Lord in the form of a monkey when he said Hari, because he got the form of a monkey?
Yes.
So was Lord also the form, that form? Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay, then because of that he was...
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. I never heard this pastime, Prabhu. First time I'm hearing this pastime.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So another part of Narad Muni's cards was, he told Lord Vishnu that next era, the Treta Yuga, you have to take help of monkey.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you. He said, you will be separated from your wife and only reunited by the with the help of monkeys. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Mataji had something there?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I was just wondering, with Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, which planet they appeared in, because if Hiranyaksha was able to hold Bhumi and throw her down, he's probably not on the same planet, is that?
Yeah, he was not on the same planet. They were on different planet. Now, which one, that I don't know. Maybe somebody knows here that they can answer. Yeah, there's some higher planetary system, but then the Daityas are somewhere there. We don't know. I exactly don't know. But they were not on... See, everything in the entire universe is there on earth. Like Ahobilam. That's the place where Narasimhadev appeared. Right? Still, they say that the pillar from which he appeared is still there. It looks like a huge, humongous mountain. Right? Now, once we went from Gurukul, we went to Ahobilam. And on the way, we saw this mountains, like it was more or less flat with some like patterns on it. So we were all speculating, oh, this must be part of this, some part of the palace, and oh, look at here, there is some more patterns over here. So we were speculating things like that. Now, if a pillar is so huge that it looks like a mountain, we can just imagine how huge the palace must have been, right? Now, if you go to Gokul, if you go to Gokul in Braj, there is a place called Brahmanda Ghat, right? Where Krishna ate mud and then he showed the entire universe in his mouth to Mother Yashoda. If you read Krishna book, it happened in the backyard of Nanda Baba's palace. Then you walk about 8 kilometers and you come to actual Gokul, where there is this mortar to which Krishna was tied. If you read in Krishna book, it happened in the backyard of Nanda Baba's palace. So is Nanda Baba's palace 8 kilometers huge? Maybe. Because it's from, it's from one end to the other end, and it both happened in his backyard. Right? Because the Yamala-Arjun trees were in his backyard. And right next to the Brahmanda Ghat, there is Yashoda Kund, where Mother Yashoda was taking bath every day. So that cannot be, placed far away from the house. The lady of the house needs to take bath. It's within the complex. So Is Nanda Baba's house 8 kilometers long? Possibly, who knows? So if Dwapara Yuga is that big, this was Satya Yuga. And in last week or 10 days ago when I was giving class, I was giving this pastime that, of Ravana, picking up this huge diamond, mountain, and which he couldn't pick it up. It was Bali Maharaja's gift to him, and he couldn't pick it up. And Bali Maharaj told him, well, this mountain of gold studded with all this different precious stone is just the earring of Hiranyakashipu, which Ravana thought was a huge mountain. So that's the difference from Treta Yuga to Dwapara Yuga. Sorry, from Satya Yuga to Treta Yuga, that the difference from Treta to Dwapara would be even bigger. So when we say that those mountains was a pillar in Hiranyakashipu's palace, so we don't know how big the palace was and how huge these people were, and how big. So there is a portion of the universe on the Earth planetary system. Like also there is a pastime of Gajendra. That did not happen on Earth. It happened in another planet. But there is a replica of it near Patna, where Lord Vishnu killed the crocodile and delivered Gajendra. There is a whole thing. I think some portion of it is in Nepal. And so where the Gajendra was caught, and then near Patna is where Lord Vishnu actually killed the crocodile. So it's a huge place. So we don't know where, at least I don't know where which planet Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha were living. But yeah, they did it. Or they had different. Sometimes they were, the earth is back up, let me make one of my bedrooms over here or something. We don't know. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for an insightful class. I was just reflecting on some of the points you were sharing, and in one sense, in devotee life, the comfortable situation we become in, that I'm able to follow my 4 regulative principles, or I'm able to chant, that can also be in one sense, where we get comfortable and say that, okay, I'm now a devotee, can also be some kind of arrangement of Krishna to put us in illusion. Because, so the question for me is, devotee like Narad Muni, who is Srivas Thakur, who is supposed to be the topmost jiva, so he is bewildered into getting a desire to marry, or getting attracted and getting angry on the Lord. So the fact that we are able to perform devotion in itself is in a way the will or mercy of the Lord. Otherwise it wouldn't be happening, because it's just so difficult to overcome Maya. Right? So what is the qualification that should be in a jiva that is attracting that will or mercy of the Lord? Is it our sincere desire, or is it our efforts, or is it simply the will of the Lord?
Yeah, it's not just simply a will of the Lord. It is our desire to serve Krishna. Because that's what it says. The jiva can only desire to either be Krishna conscious or be materialistic. He cannot do more than that. So once he has desired that, yes, he wants to be devotional, then he starts going on that path. So then he has to follow rules and regulations. So following the 4 regulative principles, chanting your rounds, so that he has to do. So every day you have your free will to chant your rounds or not to chant your rounds. To be Krishna conscious or not to be Krishna conscious. And so at every moment you have that free will. But once you make your decision, what comes next, that's not up to you. So when you want to be Krishna conscious, then certain situations are there. In that, what is your desire? You want to be Krishna conscious, or you want to give it up? Again, the situations are there in which you have to make so every time you have to make a conscious decision what you want to do. And based on that decisions, the circumstances are given. And in those circumstances, what do you choose? That is what, so it's there. And if you always choose to be Krishna conscious, then, that's where you have your gates open to the spiritual world.
In one sense, it's like you said, it's a constant choice and it's a continuous desire. So it's not like I've desired once and then something happens, but it's also about the intensity of desire, because some can be a demigod and that's also a devotee. Some can become a Vrajavasi. So it's the quantum or the intensity of the desire according to which the Lord reciprocates.
Yes. It's like, how hungry are you? I can serve, we ask you to come sit for prasad. I serve you one chapati, one little sabji, little dal, some achar, some sweet, like that. You eat, I come back again with a second chapati. You have a desire, you have your free will to say yes or no. Yeah. And then, if you say no and you are hungry, you will remain hungry. If you are full and you said yes, you will have a stomachache because you overdid it. Even, so Mahaprabhu says, Ati Bhakti Chorer Lakhon. If you are very devotional, too devotional, that's a sign of a thief. So too much of anything is not right. So you have to see what exactly you want. You have to be truthful to what you want. The Pandavas, for example, they are Krishna conscious from the very birth. Kunti Devi brought them up like that. So they are being Krishna conscious. Bhima is poisoned. He's still Krishna conscious. They have to live in the house of lack and, the house is lit on fire. They're still Krishna conscious. They get married to Draupadi and have a very strong connection with Drupad. They're still Krishna conscious. They did not give up on Krishna consciousness just because now they are in their good times. Neither they said, forget it. God doesn't exist. If God was there, how it was possible that we would be, they would try to kill us so many times. No, they were always Krishna conscious. So in every situation, they were Krishna conscious. They had a free will to say, forget it. I don't want to be so pious anymore. It's too much problem. No, they were always Krishna conscious.
How do we develop that desire? Because that's like, so the desire still is a choice of the jiva, right? So that's not given to us. Or can it be developed? Because right now I don't have so much desire. So then how do we get to that point of desire?
Association with devotees. See, that's how your desire changes. When you're associating with devotees, you're in that environment, you want to be in that environment. When you go out of that environment, you are in a different association and you are influenced by that association, then you stop desiring it. Right? For example, let's say you are in a party, but now it's time for you to come for Sandhya Arati. It's your desire to leave the party and come to Sandhya Arati, or leave Sandhya Arati and remain in the party. So what is your desire at that time? So you will do that. So therefore it's a constant desire. And so as much as you stay in the association of devotees, that's how you will progress. Therefore it says association with devotees is so important. But association with devotees has to be devotional. Right? Not that you get into, looking like devotee association and you're talking about something else. It has to be devotional. Yeah? Okay.
One point that comes to mind with Tamal Govinda Prabhu's question, there's one of my favorite references is in the purport, the text 4 of Nectar of Instruction, where Prabhupada said that he created ISKCON as a facility for devotees to execute the 6 loving exchanges. A few sentences later, he says that simply by engaging in these 6 loving exchanges, one can come to the platform of spiritual perfection. So he created ISKCON as a facility. So it's so important that we do that. Another, I can't remember where it's coming from, but I'm pretty sure I used it in some of the courses when I was teaching, that advancement in Krishna consciousness is dependent upon the sincerity of the practitioner. So what does it mean to be sincere? It means you're really honest. You're looking at yourself. There's one devotee, he didn't come to class today because he's working on his 20,000 word closed book assessment, open book assessment for Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Vaibhava at Govardhan Eco Village with Guranga Darshan. And it's all about correction. You know, how does Krishna correct us? And how do we correct ourselves? We look at things very honestly and sincerely, and then we make the adjustments according to what's best for our Krishna consciousness. We accept that which is favorable and reject that which is unfavorable. And we move ahead. So that's how we can, go deeper and deeper and deeper in Krishna consciousness. We're honest. We're not bluffing. We're not. It's not pratishtha, looking for honor and recognition. I believe it's in Harinam Chintamani, where, well, maybe I'm wrong about that, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur, one of his books, says that pratishtha is the root cause of all the anarthas. So that's faking. I'm a big devotee. Come on, appreciate me, honor me, worship me. But it's bogus. That's the opposite of sincerity. We do it only to please Krishna. And we have to understand, is this really what I'm doing? Is this really devotional service, or is it fake?
Right.
So that's what sincerity is all about.
Thank you very much, bro. Very good points. Mataji had something at the back.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for wonderful class today. I just wanted to get more clarification on what you said is ati bhakti is not good. So chore lakshan. So what is it? Will you please explain it more?
Yeah. Sometimes you see, devotees, they are too perfect. Right? Oh, Prabhu, ami to dino hino papi. I'm such a wretched. You are the only one who will support, and you get your confidence, and they will do everything right. You see they are constantly chanting and doing all the services right, and at one point they are gone with the donation box of the temple. So as Prabhu was explaining, the sincerity is not there. It's superficial. So when you see that somebody is too much devotional, over the top devotional, then you have to be careful. That like Chanakya Pandit, he said, too much charity got Karna into problems. Right? He gave away his Kavacha Kundala and he died. There's too much charity. He was just, I will never say no to anybody. Too much charity given. He died. Too much power got Ravana into trouble. There was nobody equal to him. Of course, there were few, but they were not boasting about it. Like Bali, King Vali, Sugriva's elder brother or twin brother. So he had Ravana for 6 months, like this. And when he would perform his Gayatri, he would travel, I think he would go to, morning, evening, afternoon, the Gayatri Sandhyas, he would do it in 3 locations of India. So when he's doing that, he would just have Ravana wrapped around his tail, and he would just jump from one place to another and just perform his Sandhya Vandana. And Ravana couldn't do anything for 6 months. Right? So he was powerful, but he never boasted about himself. Ravana, very powerful, very much boasting, was killed. Bali also, too much power. And Chanakya Pandit also says, too much beauty got Sita Devi into trouble. She was so beautiful, but Ravana kidnapped her. Therefore, too much of anything always gets you in trouble. And Mahaprabhu says, too much ati bhakti chorer lakhon. Too much devotional service is a sign of a thief. So be careful. And we have to be sincere about it. Does that give a clarification?
It's not sincerity, but it's basically
A show.
pretense
Yeah.
of bhakti.
Yes, it's a show.
Sure.
Mataji, you had the same question. Okay. Okay. Last one we can take.
I know, sorry, we're out of time. Question. Sometimes we are really fixed up in devotional service. I mean, we can use the word sincerity or a determination towards the practices, and we neglect our material responsibilities. Is that also too much, or, I mean, how can we analyze this if we are really
it
devoted?
depends. It depends. Like, for example, Madhavendra Puri, he said, I pay my obeisances to all the Sandhya Vandanas, to all the vratas, to all my duties, because I just don't have time for you. I'm too much engrossed in performing devotional service, right? So it depends. If you neglect your material activities to perform devotional service, what is the purpose behind? You are just, one is you don't want to take responsibility, and therefore you are saying that, oh, I'm performing devotional service. Or it is that you actually don't have time for those things, or you forgot because you were too busy serving Krishna or the Vaishnavas, you're performing devotional service. So you have to see that.
So we have to look the purpose behind it.
Yes.
If the purpose is really connected with Krishna, then it's okay. If not, then it's Maya, maybe.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we'll end here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल।